Aloha! In this video we're going to show you how to set up a measure tracking list, which is really helpful if you're following more than 3 or 4 bills at the legislature. So we start on the Hawaii State Legislature's website, capitol.hawaii.gov, and then go to the upper right hand corner and we'll want to log in. If this is the first time you're using the interactive features on the website, you'll need to register an email address with the website and create a password. And once you do that, you'll just come here and log in, and you have the option of submitting testimony, signing up for hearing notifications, or tracking measures. We're going to track measures today, so click on that button. Brings us to this screen. It says we have no lists yet. Please add a list. All it wants you to do is to type in a title for your list. We're going to call this, say, 2022 measures. And it's easy to edit the name if we change our mind later. Then we'll click on Show List. And on the right-hand side, it shows that our list is empty to please add a measure. So it just wants us to add a bill number or a resolution number or whatever other measure we're wanting to track. And then we click on Add a Measure, or we can use the Enter key on our keyboard. If we want to add more than one at a time, we just separate them by commas. And you'll see I just added 3 measures at a time. So that makes it a little bit faster. You'll want to make sure that you don't include periods. It doesn't matter whether it's in upper or lower cases, and you don't want to include draft numbers that follow the bill numbers, just the root bill numbers. You have the option of adding notes to the measures that are going to appear on your report. These will appear as a column on the report, so I can just click on Add Notes and put in a comment here. Make this my number one priority. Click on Save, add a note up here. Keep Julie up to date on this one. Click on Save. You can just leave them blank as well, whatever works for you. When you're done adding measures, the report that we generate is going to be in the order that we added the measures, but it's very easy to reorder the report, as I'll show you in just a moment. So when we're all done, we just click on Generate Report. And here it is. Here are the measures that I added with the hyperlinked bill number that will bring us to the bill status page. We've got the bill title, the bill description. Here's our notes column. We've got the current status, introducers, referral, etc. On the far left, these PDF symbols will bring us to the latest version of the measure. If I want to reorder this report so that it's in alphanumeric order, I just click on the column header that reads Measure, and it'll put it into alphanumeric order. It makes it a lot easier to look through, especially if you're sharing it with someone else. And one of the very useful features on this is that you can sort by the current status of the measures. And this is really helpful during session if you want to see what on this list has had activity since the last time I looked at the list. You just go to Current Status Header and double click on it, and it will bring whatever's had the most recent activity to the top of the list. And then I can read down. I can see HB 2288 became law without the governor's signature. This one was vetoed. This one, okay, I'm back in June. I'm all up to date. Now I can reorder it by alphanumeric. I can save this document as a PDF. I want to do it in landscape mode. You can do it in portrait mode, but it'll take up a little bit more room. Landscape makes it nice and easy. I can either print this report in landscape mode or I can save it as a PDF. And if I save it as a PDF, I can then email my friends or colleagues, attach the PDF document to it, and share the current status of the measures that I'm tracking. Now, when you generate a measure tracking report, it generates a new tab So to get back to our measure tracking page, we just click back on that tab, and here we are. This information is automatically saved, so we don't need to save and exit. We can just navigate away from this page, and then we can log out if we're all done. If we don't log out, it will automatically log us out in an hour. If you're working on the website and have already logged in and want to go back to the measure tracking page, you can find it two different places. One is you can go to the Participate tab at the top of the page, use the drop-down menu and select Measure Tracking. Brings us back to the measure tracking page, and click on Show List. I can then make any changes I want or generate a report. Or I can go back to the home page and use the My Legislature shortcut. And that will bring up our interactive features, and I can choose measure tracking and again make any changes or generate my report. So that's all there is to it. Please don't hesitate to let the Public Access Room know if we can be of any assistance. We can be reached at 808-587-0478 or par@capitol.hawaii.gov. Thanks so much.